I didn't know. I thought that sent me to, like, the main lobby of the castle. Okay. I'm not complaining, it's right by the picture, so I can just go right into the next world. Now, plunder in the sunken ship. This is a stage that gave many a child a heart attack. Now, when we get into the stage, I'm going to be quiet for a few seconds. I love the soundtrack to this level. This game's music is so good, and the level music for this stage in particular is so damn nice and calming and relaxing, and you got this very nice, like, open-ended area. I don't know, I just love this stage. I love the music. It's one of the best water levels I've played in a game, probably. It's just so good. Now, a lot of this is probably me coming off with nostalgia, but seriously, I love the music in this stage. It's just so good, so calming, you know? And this good thing is calming because of this bloody thing is fucking terrifying. Look at it! Oh, sweet Jesus. But anyway, what we need to do is we need to actually coax out this eel to get out of the ship. How do we do this? Well, basically, swim up to it, then swim all the way back to the surface to gain some air, and when you go back down to the ship itself, the eel will be gone. This is something that actually is a little bit cryptic and a little bit hard to figure out, but yeah, just do that. The eel will swim out of the ship. I think you just basically need to look away from the eel for the most part for him to go out after you initially see him, because I don't know how the programming works in this stage, but basically that's it. And it's time for another cryptic puzzle. Well, not so much cryptic puzzle, it's just a guessing game, really, where you need to open up these treasure chests. If you don't open these treasure chests up in the correct order, well, you're gonna get electrocuted, and you know what the problem with that is? This is a guessing game. If you get it wrong, you're gonna be punished, and I don't like that. There's a couple of instances in this game where you do have to guess things like this, and it annoys me. I don't think this is a good design mentality, you know, to having it so you have to guess randomly, and if you get it wrong, well, you get punished. I just don't like that. But you know, if you're quick enough, you can swim right on up here before the water drains and grab the star. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But again, I don't like that. I just don't like that you have to guess what the answer is. There's no clues what the answer is. There is no, like, 23 is number 1, like in Zelda or anything like that. You know, it's pure guesswork in order to open up those chests, and it disappoints me, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But I digress. Let's go. Now, for this mission by year, we have to play with the eel yet again, and basically, this time around, the eel isn't in the ship, because now that we've opened up those chests in the ship, it's basically no longer sunk. It's now just swimming in the middle of this playfield, really, which we're gonna be faffing around with a little bit later on. But there's a little alcove down here in the undersea ocean bed where we're gonna see this eel, and there it is, right by there. Now, we need to coerce this eel out yet again, because this eel is holding a power star, so let's just swim on up to him, and holy... Thank you for the nightmares video game. Seriously, as a kid, that shit was terrifying. Let's just go up here before I die. Actually, it's kind of interesting, because your health bar and your air gauge are tied to the same energy gauge. It's kind of interesting how you can actually get hit by enemies. Then, if you know, if you go into a body of water, you can instantly heal all your wounds, and it's pretty damn neat, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But basically, you swim near the eel to get him to come out. Wait for him to come up properly, and you should see his power star in a sec. There it is. Let's grab this boot, shall we? Can be a little bit tricky to grab this power star, I'll be perfectly honest, and I just clipped right through the fucking thing. Come here. You know, I love this game, but, you know, it hasn't aged the most gracefully, for Christ's sake. Come here, power star. There we go. Oh, mamma mia, that was frustrating. I mean, this is aged probably better than the likes of Sonic Adventure has, you know, and a lot of other earlier 3D games, but, you know, it still has aged a little bit. There's still a couple of, programming quirks here and there that are a little bit dodgy, but, you know, I'm not going to put that to the game's discredit. I mean, it's aged, but it's still pretty damn good, and, you know, considering how old this is, and considering the fact this is probably one of the first 3D platformers of its kind, you know, I'd say they did a damn good job with this one, you know? Like, it's aged well, considering it's basically the first of its kind. That's mainly what I'm getting at. But, it's time to head on down here, because there's a little cave sequence we can now go to. Now, for many people who might be wondering, why am I doing this one instead of the DS remake? Because, they did remake this game on the Nintendo DS to have more power stars, more characters, etc, etc. And, the big reason why I'm doing the N64 version is, twofold. First of all, I prefer playing this with an analog stick because the controls on the DS are pretty damn god-awful. And second of all, the only way I can record DS footage right now is through the use of an emulator, which, it's possible, but it means I'll be playing this game so slowly because my PC isn't very good when it comes to DS emulators, you know? So, oh, Pim, that's the wrong chest. So, you know, that's why I'm mainly doing the N64 version. Plus, this is the version I grew up with, you know? This is the best version. What can I tell you? At least for nostalgia's sake. I mean, the DS version is brilliant, but it does have some quirks I'm not too fond of. But anyway, just open these chests in the order that I did, and bada bing, bada boom, there's another Power Star ripe for the taking. Oh, yeah! Oh, that was beautiful. Time to go in and get another Power Star. It won't be long before the princess is saved. I probably shouldn't do the Mario voice when my throat's a little bit croaky like this, because it's really difficult to do accurately like this. Oh well, it's time for the red coin mission of this world, and the red coin mission in this one can be a little bit tricky because a lot of the red coins are underwater. And while they're generally quite easy to find, especially considering the red coins have a higher draw distance than the actual things hiding them, like a lot of the red coins are going to be inside these clams. The draw distance of the red coin is actually higher than the draw distance of this clam, so if you're swimming from a far, far distance away, you will actually be able to tell where the red coins are, so it's a little bit of a hint if you get a little bit stuck. And, can I grab this? There we go. Aha! If you press the B button underwater, you can actually grab things like the shell, and it lets you swim around quickly. It's kind of hard to control, but, you know, you can swim around quickly with it. I rarely use that shell, but, you know, you can do it, and not many actual LPs show that off, so I figured I may as well be one of the few that do. What can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? What can I tell you? Indeed. But yeah, basically you want to go in and go into these shells and collect all those red coins. I believe there might only be 3 red coins in those shells, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. What can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? And before we actually do that, I want to talk to this Bob-omb buddy because we will be using the cannon in the next mission. So I want to open up the cannon right away to save me from doing some back and forth. You know, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Alright, let's just climb up here. I think there's a red coin up here. What a great view! Yes, there's a red coin right there. Perfect. 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 Oh, this is beautiful. I don't know why, the sand texture by here reminds me of Rayman 2. I have no idea why. This specific tiny portion of this level reminds me of Rayman 2. Because there was a beach level in Rayman 2 for people who've played that will see my LP of it, and yeah, that's all I gotta say really. It's pretty damn dope, what can it tell you? 6. Oh, Pim, I'm missing one of the red coins. It's probably directly under the sea. Let me have a quick look. Oh, wee! Let's see. Oh yeah, it's way down in the crevasse below. Alright then. Okay, so that's why I missed the red coin. I always forget there's one in this massive crevice here. It's kind of depressing. Anyway, you see that power star there? Well, it was there. Hang on. There we go, there. we won't be picking that up until way later on in the game. We can technically pick it up now, I believe, but it'll take a hell of a lot of work, and it's just not worth it in my opinion. So yeah, with that, there's a power star done and dusted. I'm gonna head on all the way back up to the ship to get that now, so I'll see you guys in a sec. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, there is another power star in the bag. Hell to the yeah. Christ, we're making good progress with this. I honestly expected this to be, to take a lot more time. I'm actually blasting through these power stars, but for the meantime, 1, 2, 3, we are almost done with this world. We got 2 more stars basically to pick up. And again, the one of the stars we can't pick up just yet. We will be picking that up way later on, but you know, this next star will take us a couple of seconds to pick up. All we need to do is jump into this here fantastic cannon, shoot to one of these spires, climb up the spires, bada bing, bada boom. There's a star ripe for the taking. Did I shoot properly? Oh, yes, I did. You know, it can be a little bit tricky when you're shooting sometimes for, oh, Pim, I jumped way too high. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to shoot out of the cannons because it's usually best to sort of aim below the aiming reticle by a lot, so you can actually take into account your drop. Because obviously gravity is in this game. When Mario flies off from very far distance, you know, he's going to drop like a rock, you know. But yeah, we'll be returning to Jolly Roger's Bay. Is it Bay? Jolly Roger Bay, yeah. We'll be returning to that a bit later on when we actually do gain access to the fantastic power-up. Speaking of fantastic power-up, it's time to go into the sun. If you look up there, we gain access to this obstacle course here, which allows us to gain access to the wing cap to fly, which basically we need to hold down to go up to go down. And it's more of a glide than it is a legitimate flight, but this is a very, shall we say, potentially frustrating course. So, you know, the best thing I can sort of say is to try and take your time as best you can and get these red coins. Because obviously, as you can guess, there's red coins in here, which means there's a power star in here. And this is very frustrating, needless to say, to do your first time through. Because it's, well, it's kind of hard to control. Like, when you figure out the controls and when you get used to things, it's not all that bad, but, oh, Pim, I missed it. You know, it can take a little bit of getting used to, and, of course, this power-up here, as you can probably guess, is timed. So, if you fail like I just did multiple times, it can be very much a pain in the ass to get everything. What can I tell you? Right, fortunately, I think that last red coin I can still pick up right now, so let me just, fly back up. Just do a triple jump if you want to fly again, and you should be able to do it just fine. Oh, Pim. Maybe I need a higher vantage point. Let me try and jump off the tower itself. It's a little bit annoying, I'll be perfectly honest, but, you know, when you get used to the controls, this thing's just an absolute joy, because it gives you so much freedom, you know? There we go, perfect. That, my friends, is how it's done. Kind of disappointed in myself, actually. My test run through, I managed to get all of them in a single go. Ugh. This Let's Play is ruined. Ugh. But there we go, there's another power star in the bag, and there's a brand new power-up in the bag. Now, you can leave that stage without pressing the switch, so be sure to hit the the red cap switch, otherwise, well, you may screw yourself over, let's just be perfectly honest. But of course, this does mean we can go back to Bob-omb Battlefield and finish it off once and for all, ladies and gentlemen. Hell to the yeah! Oh, don't do Let's Plays when you're ill, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a good thing. But, yeah, it's time to head on all the way back to that floating island over yonder to, basically deal with this mission. Now, you might be wondering, what is the deal with this one? Because it's called Mario Wings to the Sky. That's very vague. Well, simply put, there's a load of rings made out of coins in the sky, right? All we need to do is to fly through all the rings, and, this is actually a lot harder than it sounds, ladies and gentlemen, because we basically need to shoot out of a cannon to get the the speed and height necessary. But, you know, it's kind of annoying. Oh, for feck's sake, I've done it again. It's a little bit annoying to, basically to do, because you need to aim pretty damn good. And you can't get all of the rings in one flight path. You do need to loop around them multiple times. At least in my experience, I've never been able to get all the rings of coins in one go. It could very well be possible, but I've never done it, you know, ladies and gentlemen, so, yeah. Actually, let me try to see if I can do it now. So where's, there we go, so there's the thing. So maybe if I aim just slightly above the coin, maybe this'll work. Nope, okay, so, yeah, I'm going out on a limb to say, it's practically impossible. Like, I have no other way to think. No, you know, I have no idea if it is possible, basically. But basically, you just want to get all the coins that are in the middle, and you can tell which coins they are from a distance, because they have a bigger draw distance than the other coins, which, I appreciate that, actually. I do appreciate you can actually see the coins that you do need to get from further away. But, yeah, with that, the star spawns, like, half a mile away, so let's just go and pick that up. And, again, I just love being able to fly through all the stage, you know, and just zoom throughout the course of the areas, you know, it's just so freeing to be able to fly across these levels, you know, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, you can actually do, I did say it's not really flying, but you can actually gain height with the flight power, but what you need to do it is, you do need to dive towards the floor and then quickly pull back on the stick to fly on upwards and shoot upwards into the sky, so it's a little bit tricky to actually gain altitude, but it is possible. But, with that, it's time to head into the next world of the game, and it's one that can be a little bit tricky if you don't know what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, so without any further ado, just head in. Hail to the air. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Cool Mountain. It's a pretty cool level, shall we say? Yes.